The secret of DUKU skin that you never knew. Part 1. A captivating opening. Hello, welcome back to my channel. Have you ever bought DUKU fruit? The tiny, sweet yellow fruit that always appears at the start of the rainy season. Usually we are so focused on the sweet white flesh of the fruit that we forget that there's one part of this fruit that has been wasted, even though it holds thousands of secrets. That part is the skin. Yes, the thin skin that we always peel off and throw away. We never think about why it looks like that. Why does its color change? Why do we sometimes find white spots or brownish, wet areas? Are these signs of danger, or do they actually hold incredible natural mysteries? While we are discussing this, let's also pay attention to what is visible on the skin of the DUKU fruit under the microscope. It is truly a amazing sight. Today, we're going on a journey to uncover all the mysteries hidden beneath the thin skin of the DUKU fruit. Part 2. A journey from the past. Botanists agree that this fruit, with the Latin name Lansium domesticum, is native to Southeast Asia. However, narrowing things down further, Indonesia and Malaysia are the most likely homelands. It was from these Indonesian islands that the DUKU began its journey around the world. Part 3. The secret behind the color white. Let's dissect the white mystery that we saw in the first minute of this video. First scenario, drying sap. During harvest, sap is sometimes released. This sap is actually a defense mechanism of the DUKU tree. It contains bitter compounds designed to repel pests that try to eat the fruit before it ripens. When the fruit is picked and this sap dries, it can leave a white or whitish residue on the surface of the skin. Second scenario, mushrooms starting to grow. This is something we need to be wary of. When langsat is stored too long in a damp place, airborne fungal spores will see the thin skin of the langsat as a perfect home. They settle on it and begin to grow. Initially, the fungus appears as fine white patches, perhaps resembling cotton or powdery material. But over time, this white color can turn gray, then greenish. At that point, the fruit is no longer safe. Part 4. When the color brown talked. First story, wet red chocolate. What actually happened? The answer lies in the word wound. Yes, wound. The super thin skin of the DUKU fruit is very easily injured. It could be from being dropped during harvest, from being crushed by other fruit during the journey, or even from the pressure of our own fingers when choosing at the market. When the skin is injured, the cells burst. Liquid from inside the fruit begins to seep out. This liquid is rich in sugars and nutrients. And when this liquid comes into contact with air, oxidation occurs. The color turns brown. Moisture attracts microorganisms. Second story, dark black chocolate. Gradually, the enzymes in the fruit begin to eat itself. They break down the cell walls, destroy the yellow pigment, and turn everything dark. This is a natural decay process. And when this color appears, stop. Don't even think about eating it, because inside, the flesh has definitely changed. The texture may be soft, the taste will be sour or bitter, and most dangerously, the decay-causing microorganisms are already feasting. Part 5. Why is DUKU crybaby? The answer lies in one keyword, climacteric fruit. What is a climacteric fruit? Climacteric fruit is a fruit that continues to ripen after being picked. Other examples, bananas, mangoes, avocados, papayas, they all continue to change after we bring them home. DUKU is included in this family. Imagine this, while still on the tree, DUKU receives ripening orders from a control center in the form of a hormone called ethylene. Once picked, the control center does not actually shut down. It continues to send signals. However, without the supply of food from the tree, this ripening process turns into a rapid aging process. Part 6. When science meets DUKU skin. Now, let's get to the most interesting part, the part you probably never imagined before. Is DUKU skin edible? The short answer is not recommended. But why? Why shouldn't we eat langsat skin? First, the taste. Langsat skin contains a compound called tannin. This compound is a natural defense mechanism for the plant. Its function is to make the fruit unpalatable before it ripens. Tannin imparts an unpleasant astringent and bitter taste to the tongue. Second, the texture. It's thin, but stringy and difficult to chew. It won't feel comfortable in your mouth. Part 7. Reading natural signs. Now that we understand all these secrets, let's summarize them in one simple guide. A guide to reading DUKU skin. Bright, smooth yellow means the fruit is fresh, just harvested, ready to be enjoyed. White pepa spot sap means no problem, the fruit is freshly harvested. Smooth, white spreading spot mold means be careful, separate or consume immediately. Wet, reddish brown means the fruit is injured, the rotting process has begun. Consume the remaining good parts immediately. Dark, blackish brown means advanced rot. Do not eat. This is the language of nature, a language we've been unaware of. Every color change is a sentence. Every spot is a word. And the thin skin of the langsat is a book that tells the story of its life journey from the tree to our hands. Part 8. Reflection and closing. And finally, we've reached the end of our journey. Who would have thought that the fruit peels we've always considered trash could hold so many stories? Stories of millions of years of evolution. Stories of survival strategies. Stories of modern science continuing to uncover the mysteries of nature. DUKU fruit teaches us something simple but profound, namely never underestimate the small things around us. And if you enjoyed this journey, and if you learned something new today, please share this video with someone you care about. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on the bell so we can continue exploring the hidden wonders around us. Because, like the skin of the DUKU tree, the things closest to us often hold the greatest secrets. See you in the next video. Stay curious, keep learning, and never stop asking questions. My best wishes, and enjoy DUKU in a new way. Remember, if you want to progress, we are the ones seeking knowledge, not knowledge seeking us.